Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey guys, it's Adam here. On the previous episodes of Flying and Eating, I made my way back out to Tokyo, Japan. Specifically, I've been hanging around the Yokohama area. I've been eating a lot of stuff, seeing a lot of my friends, doing a lot of cool things, and buying a lot of dumb stuff. I've also been doing explorations of random places. But today, our adventure is going to continue with probably a really weird one.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Day unknown here in Yokohama. Today there is actually a plan. I'm heading up to, I don't know, some part north of Tokyo. I'm meeting up with Aldo, aka Thorhax of Japanada, our lovely Canadian buddy. And he's going to take me somewhere that I had not a whole lot of interest in, but a cousin of mine was like, you have to go there, you have to go. Costco. Yes, Costco, like that chain you know very well. They exist in Japan, and a buddy of mine, my cousin, I'm sorry, really wants me to go there. And Aldo's like, I have a membership, so we're gonna go there and see what a Japanese Costco is like, because why not? Also, it is yet again raining, so the temperature is down a little bit, which I approve of. I got some fried squid, very good stuff. It's Hanamaru Udon. I've been saying the name of this place wrong, but it's Hanamaru Udon this whole time. Good stuff. It's McDonald's, but it's good. The train ride over here was kind of interesting. Saw two things I hadn't seen in a while. One, so usually in Japan, if you're gaijin, you're like the last person anybody wants to be near on a train. In this case, I saw something I'd never seen before. There was a guy sitting across from me. I'll show a photo here. This guy just kept farting, like constantly, just blasting it out, and nobody wanted to be near him. So it was a weird situation where the Japanese were more comfortable sitting near me than they were next to him. And the second thing is, after I got off the train, I saw this guy with this unbelievable shirt, which is very, let's say, offensive. So I'll just put a photo up there. You can read it for yourself. But, yeah, Japan's pretty cool. Behold, the stupid thing we're actually doing today, Costco. I was just told, you might want to get in line because there can be like a half-hour wait before you can even get in the door. I don't even have a membership of this at home. Much like an American Costco or any Costco, you need a membership to get in. There's chaos, and there's a ton of people over there eating the pizza. And you can tell they love it. Good for them. We're about to enter. Oh, hi.
Hey, let's go.
All right, you got your card?
Yep.
Let's do this.
All set.
Oh. Stay close. Wasn't planning on going anywhere. Alright, we are inside Japanese Costco. It looks like a Costco.
Oh, it's totally a Costco.
Well, of course it is.
Even the shopping carts are American sized.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, we're going to go up one of the less busy aisles. You know, I'm not super familiar with Costco because I've only been to them a couple of times in the States and Canada, actually. But, yeah, same basic premise here. But obviously different brands and things. Oh, that's good. You can buy a 6-pack of suitcases. You know, you need that. Obviously, you have the normal things like paper towels and toilet paper and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not even looking for anything. It's more like I was just curious, like what kind of stuff you'd even get. The only thing I could think of that would be of any use to me, theoretically, would be food products. But, like, I'm more interested in that than anything else. Coffee machines, that kind of thing. Very cool. You might be wondering what happened to Aldo. Well, his daughter's with him, who you did not see, and he decided to go over and get her some pizza and the hot dog and all that kind of thing. So we're just going to explore on our own for a little bit. Oh, that's cool. You can actually buy the the credit card machines. That's neat. I don't need one, but that's cool. Ah, they're going to load this machine. Okay, so hypothetically, if you wanted to bring back Japanese beer, this would be the place to do it. You just get a big bulk, you know, crate of them, take them back. I won't be doing that, but that's a point. There's an idea there. So this is the kind of stuff I bet is good. It's either blueberry muffins, walnuts, chocolate, etc. Well, that's cool. They're matcha muffins specifically. I have a buddy who's a manager at a Costco, and I've got friends who work at Costco, and they're like, Costco takes their in-house food stuff quality seriously, so I bet these are actually pretty good. They have madeleines, which is not a concept we do too much of, but then things like donuts, cookies, you know, that kind of stuff. Not surprisingly, the pastry section and all the food, this is where it's the busiest. Okay, you have an Italian tiramisu and just like a tub of strawberry custard cake. Look how big my hand is. I'm just saying that's massive. A summer panna cotta. I don't know exactly what that is, but... and a caramel flan. So here we have the infamous Costco meat section, which is actually USDA stuff. So this is actually presumably mostly American meats, or at least produced. American beef, yeah, right there, primetime American beef. U.S. beef tongue. Interesting. U.S.
beef tongue VIP version. It's American beef. Yeah, it's all American stuff, but it's usually ones I'm not used to seeing, which I guess is pretty cool. That's the whole point. Now over there they have the Wagyu stuff, so that's all the Japanese, like, super marbled stuff. That's the good stuff. Beef, pork, grounds. I mean, you get it, it's grounds, but it's interesting. Canadian pork belly. Okay. So they have a big import cheese section, or imports for Japan, so like a lot of mozzarella and cheddar and stuff. So if you live in Japan or visiting Japan, one thing to know is you're never going to find good Italian food here. So if you want the ingredients, you're going to have to basically come to Costco and get them all yourself and make it yourself. It's good to know you have the option, though. If you want to continue to support American, they've got Tillamook based in Oregon, and of course infamous Wisconsin cheese. There's plenty of it. Okay, so getting away from the quote-unquote imports area, you start getting more like, I guess you'd say, Japanese-oriented stuff. So we've got, you know, things like octopus tentacles and, you know, sweet potatoes, like all sorts of just... Oh, crab back fin. All right. Over here they have rotisserie chickens and fried chickens, which seem to be very popular. And then you can do orders, especially party tray orders. Nice. So I hope you guys will bear with me because it's objectively very difficult to film in here, but I've been doing my best. Seafoods and other things are over there. And now we're going to look at some things. I see some sodas. We can go take a look at that. If you guys know a Costco, you know, you kind of know the layout. It's just kind of interesting to see it here in Japan. But then you'll start seeing things that aren't normally bundled, like these big things of tea. Obviously, you want to buy this kind of stuff in bulk and like take it back to the States. I could see where this would be useful for a tourist. Other than that, it's just the novelty of being here. The Big Zero Pepsi and the Big Zero Pepsi Lemon. I actually had to do a little homework on this. Big Zero Pepsi, it's what makes it significant is the way it's brewed. It's like boiled differently, so it makes the flavor different. It's exclusive to at least Japan, although I've seen it in import shops, so that doesn't really count. But if you want to bring like a big bulk package of it back to the States, I guess you could. Or the same with Japanese Coca-Cola or Japanese Dr. Pepper. Let's go take a look on that side. Canada Dry. Aldo, where are you when I need you? You're Canadian. You should be sitting here representing this. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm going to try and get you footage of this. So one thing they do here is they will cut up and make sushi back there on site. And they have like these big sushi trays. I've seen a couple of them, but it's hard to get footage of because it's packed. So I'm going to try. It's not the sushi, obviously, but you got some cuts of seafood, octopus, different types of fish, all the way down. There's the big sushi trays. We're gonna try and get a look at that, but that's cool. You see them making the platters back there. That's really neat. They have these pre-made pizzas, but yeah, there they are, the big sushi trays. I would eat that so much. I'd love to have that. That's probably like the one thing I would totally buy from here, but like what would you realistically do with that? That's a lot of food. That's a party tray. A few different options too. So we got those kind, this kind, that kind. Lots of good stuff over here. I know this is stupid, but I feel oddly patriotic in here because it's just like so many people living like Americans in here. Just look at it. So of course you got the big bulk packages of various types of drinks, acai juice, apple juices, you know, that kind of thing. That's just, I can't think of anything I would actually want to bring back with me. Although one thing the Japanese do, which is kind of interesting, is they do pre-made packed pancakes like back there. I'm not going to get that, though. One thing I'm noticing lately is more and more cheese. Historically, the Japanese are kind of lactose intolerant, so they don't mix cheese in with much, but I guess they're just kind of dealing with it more and more lately, and just more and more cheese. This is the kind of thing I could see buying in bulk. These are like the Hokkaido cheesecake, you know, like pastries, getting them in 6-packs and whatever. Buying these type of things. This is the kind of stuff that would be good if you were just about to leave the country, you could take back with you. The Japanese aren't big on cereal. Even at Costco, this is as big as it gets. And pretty much it's just like that little bit. Some Frosted Flakes and a couple of these other like fruit combo ones. And that's kind of it. Bacon and cheese cream. No idea what that is, but that sounds pretty good. All right, so up here you have a brand I'm not familiar with. It says Donuts. It's a type of donuts. Now, what's interesting, back there, I heard a guy, I swear he was just saying that repeatedly, donuts, something, something, donuts, donuts. And then I saw him a minute later and he got one of those, so I was pretty happy for him. It's like he found it. Japanese style sponge cake in bulk, low carb croissants. That also helps that a lot of the stuff's in English. It makes my life easier. Never heard of Mr. Brownie or Market O Brownie, but hey, what do you know? So in this aisle, we have a lot of noodles and things like mac and cheese, which brings up a point I was about to make. I've noticed a lot of gaijin here. So I assume that a lot of military and just expats living here, this is where they come for a taste of home. You've got ramen packs, which interestingly, ramen is Chinese. It's actually not Japanese, but often misconstrued that way. I don't see any yet, but sometimes you'll see pastries and stuff where noodles is actually the ingredients at the core of it instead of like a meat base or anything like that. Udon packs. Then you have things like actual tomato sauce. Kind of rare here. I think, of course, it's American import, but that makes sense. In the center, they sell clothes and things like that. We're not too interested in that, but we are interested in Spam.
That is a lot of spam. What's kind of interesting about it is it's actually used to advertise a spam musabi, which is basically making sushi out of spam instead of fish. Canned chicken breast. Does the world need this? Some sort of gorilla curry? Okay. We've got 20 chocolate crepes from France. A quick snack on the go. I'm a little heartbroken. I want the chocolate crepes from France, but that's stupid for a lot of reasons. Aside from, you know, being fatty and everything, it's French, and I'm in Japan. I'll get them in France. So this appears to be some sort of barbecue sauce by some guy named Yoshida. Seems very Japanese, right? Yeah. Made in Oregon, USA. All right. I could be wrong, but shiitake mushrooms in bulk is kind of new to me. I would think that's just because it's Japan, but then it's all in English, so it seems like it's imported from somewhere. Australia. Okay, didn't see that one coming. Oh, Aldo, why did you leave me? This is the most stereotypically obvious thing that could have happened, and you weren't here for it. So we've got other things like wipes and sprays and soaps and toilet roll, toilet paper, whatever. Cough drops. It's all here. Here's some more normally Japanese stuff. Some rice balls. I don't know exactly what to call them. Lots of teas. Stuff in bulk, obviously. But, oh, nutritional supplements. These are American. Although, okay. That's interesting. If they had melatonin, I would actually buy it. But I don't see it. Pure Alaska Omega, made in USA. I do not recognize this brand. I could be wrong, though. We're getting into more of the junk food. I like the junk food. The junk food is the interesting stuff to me. Not necessarily fish chips, but, you know, tempura squid snacks. No, this is not the stuff I want. Yam. That is all. Cheese gratin potato chips. Alright, like if I don't need a 12-pack, but this is something I would actually be curious about trying. Behold, the entirety of the Little Mexico section. Some salsa and some tortilla chips. You're good. Yeah, I don't know what. Roasted sardines, like the whole. Wow, okay. Honolulu cookies from the Honolulu Cookie Company. Not surprisingly, given the geography, Japan gets a lot of American imports from Hawaii, as well as Alaska, as we just pointed out. I actually found something I'm going to get. I'm going to get this for my cousin, who always wanted to come to a Japanese Costco, because he wants more chocolate-covered pineapple things. And oddly enough, even though this is technically American, came from Hawaii, I've never seen it there before. So it's coming with me. It's being liberated back to the U.S. This got my attention. Kit Kat for Cafe. The hell does that mean? I don't get it. Is it just a bunch of them? I don't know. I don't shop at Costco enough to know if this is standard, but they do have a lot of Australian stuff, and I'm assuming it's just because of the geography. But there you go, some Australian beef jerky. And then we've got what appear to be some sort of eggs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are like boiled chicken eggs or something. I actually really don't know. As you can see, this is very similar. Like any Costco, it is completely insane in here. Wow. They do have the pizza and the hot dog, and I can tell you that stuff is super popular. So for anyone who's curious, yes, they do the hot dog Pepsi combo. It's 180 yen, which currently is like $1.14. So it actually beats the whole $1.50 thing. Yeah, and that's pretty good. I found my Canadian. We successfully got our stuff. I got that stuff for my cousin, and that has been a Japanese Costco. I apologize for how rushed it probably seemed, but you saw that place. It's bonkers in there. It's funny, I haven't been to a whole lot of American Costcos, so I can only sort of compare it to that, but it was an interesting experience all the same. I imagine if I lived here, I'd get way more use out of it, but there you go. Quick look at it.
Hey.
What are we doing? Where are we?
Oh, we're at aging beef. It's,
okay. Yakiniku?
Yeah, Japanese Yakiniku shop.
Fancy Yakiniku?
Uh-huh. One of the more expensive ones, not the all-you-can-eat places.
Not the McDonald's Yakiniku.
Yeah, exactly. So the meat's higher quality. It's the good stuff.
So this goes back like a year when I went to that fancy place with Oliver, and you got all envious apparently. You're like, no, I have to take him to a good food. It was really good.
Don't get me wrong, I love the all-you-can-eat places, but you can't have it all the time.
So Oliver, if you're watching, is trying to one-up you, just FYI.
So this is fat. You use this to clean the grill.
And make fire.
Prime it for the meat so that the meat doesn't stick.
Yeah, you don't find that at the McDonald's Yakiniku.
Not at all. So over here we got two different cuts of meat. There you are, get cooking. That one is the stomach, inner stomach of the cow. It's all beef here, aging beef.
Makes sense, given the name.
And then the other cut is the outer thigh.
All right. Well, we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll cook and then we'll eat.
Yep. This is really nice. So
Yeah, really. Look at
smoke
this.
doesn't get us.
Yeah, very neat.
You still will smell like barbecue after we leave.
Oh,
here,
that's fine.
But it's not as bad.
Yeah, one of the good things about beef is you don't have to cook it all the way through.
Yeah, thankfully.
We prefer to cook it at least somewhat, but like, you know, it's not like pork or chicken where it has to be cooked all the way through.
Well, I got a friend back home. Whenever we go out to eat steaks, he'll ask for the staff. Be like, "I want my steak still mooing."
Back in Canada there?
Yep.
Back in Canada, eh?
Alberta beef.
Oh, eh, oh, aye.
Down the one road.
So the meat is ready. We also have an apple ginger or shozu sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
wasabi.
you can get that one out of there. I'm good with that. Yeah. But then we have this sauce. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you take your meat and you just start dipping. Dude, I just ate that. It's really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
High quality.
Yeah, it's like high quality beef.
We're getting the good
Go
stuff
eat
today.
it. Eat it. I want to see you eat this.
I can do that.
Yeah, you can do it.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's the good one. That's better than the McDonald's one for sure. Yeah. We've got thigh, and it's smoking, and it's cooking my leg as it drops juices on it. Ow. But it was worth it. What a way to go. All right, so what's this?
It's called chijini. It's technically Korean food. It's usually what they call is a Korean pancake. So it's fried. Inside it has shrimp and some chives and a little bit of batter. It's really good.
Yeah, you just eat it as is. You don't cook this as is.
No, it's already cooked.
Okay, good.
So
Just making sure not to confuse. You don't stick it on
you
that.
don't put it on the grill. I mean, it'd probably be really good if you did that.
I
but
mean, we got a grill.
people are going to stare at us and it'll
right.
probably fall apart. But anyway,
Okay.
just have it with some soy sauce.
Okay. All right, what do we got here?
Kimchi cheese roll.
Korean again?
Well, Japanese style Korean food.
So yeah, fusion.
Yeah, fusion,
All right,
pretty
so
much.
you just eat it as is. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's great.
Take one.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig in. I freaking love this. That's good.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's interesting. It like explodes after you eat it.
Yeah. Make sure you get the whole thing in your mouth. Okay. Got a job to do.
So we just left aging beef. Tell me about aging beef. Did you like your food?
Very much.
I
Good
did too.
yakiniku.
It was very good yakiniku. It's not all you can eat, which is key, but it's more than enough than you're going to need. You order. I thought it was relatively cheap too, all things considered, but that's just because of the exchange rate. So
Well, to be fair, if we went to all you can eat, it would have cost about the same as what we paid.
exactly. That's why Japan's weird right now. But
I'm full. You full?
I'm very full, and I don't know if the rice was free or not. But
No.
no, it wasn't. But it was still very good. So yeah, if you want good yakiniku and you're out in, where are we?
Omiya. But they're
Omiya.
all over the place. There's one in Ikebukuro, Shinjuku. They're all around. It's a chain.
Yeah,
But it's really good.
Yeah, it's like a real chain, if that makes any sense, as opposed to the McDonald's type of chain. Either way, good times, and it was fun hanging with you.
Hey,
Next time that I'm back here, or in the Maple Empire, if you're there, or whatever, we'll party again.
sounds good.
Ohayou gozaimasu. I am at Yokohama Station. I was actually planning to stay in today because the last couple of days I've been walking a lot and I feel kind of burned out. I don't have any specific plans today, but then I was like, you know what, food's a thing, and I am in Japan, so let's enjoy ourselves. At Yokohama Station, there is a big food mall complex downstairs, a food court, and they have a bunch of good stuff like takoyaki, of course, but they've also got Vietnamese food like banh mi, so I figured we'd go down there and just find something we like. Takoyaki time. However, takoyaki, basically it's like squid balls, like fried in dough. It's extremely hot. It's hatsu, so best to give it some time. This place is pretty cool about customization. They have a more English compatible menu, but yeah, etc. I didn't really need it, but like, yeah, it's cool. After the takoyaki, I needed a drink. And I know you're seeing the little U.S. Embassy flag back there. No, we're not going to Starbucks. I actually popped into a Lawson, and I got this. It's a Craft Boss, which is usually coffee. But in this case, it looks like you made some sort of shake that's got like peaches, oranges, apples, bananas, mangoes. Let's see how this goes. No, that's a very good. Let's bring it back a flavor. Okay, this is not going to sound like a good description because everybody's going to be like, ugh. When you were a kid, did you ever have like that pink medicine, the Pepto-Bismol-like medicine that just had this like fruity flavor to it? Almost tastes like that. But I mean that in a good way. But it's about lunchtime now, so I think I might go do the Bon Mai Vietnamese sandwich. It's good stuff, and why not? This is a lemongrass chicken sandwich, which is Vietnamese-inspired thing because of the French history of colonization with the bread and everything. Pretty good.
All right, so I'm heading out for a bit, and it's actually a nice night here on Saturday. It's much more popular tonight because everybody's got the day off, of course. And the temperature has been very good. It's raining a little bit, but not bad. So, yeah, that's part of the reason I didn't do much today, is because I knew it'd be crazy popular. In fact, when I got back to the hotel, I ended up falling asleep because my body was just like, I think you need some rest. You're older than you look. I'm 37, but I probably look like I'm 48, but no, I'm only 37. So the other way around. So if I'm honest with you, this is the kind of these places that I'd love to go tonight. I lack the language skills for it, so we're going to have to be a little bit, let's say, more gaijin compatible. So just for clarification, you'll see these gates and stuff in Yokohama. This is not Japanese, these are Chinese. I typically stay in Chinatown because it's a lot cheaper and easier, and frankly, I'm super familiar with it, so I don't typically need to rely on my GPS as much. But yeah, just don't get culturally confused. This is not Japanese imagery. But I thought I'd show you something here. Out here, we have the Yokohama baseball stadium. Baseball stadium. My English is failing me the longer I stay here. And this is a park. I've actually shown you guys this in the past, but yeah, if you want to see a baseball game in Japan and you're in Yokohama, that's actually relatively easy. And yes, this is where we're going, Sukiya. This is a 24-hour, basically fast food chain, but it's compatible.
One little update since the last time I was here, which is about a year and a half ago, that I've observed is that digitized money has really escalated here. Like, if you watch my earlier videos on this place, you know that credit cards can be very hit or miss. I have not run into a place yet that doesn't take them now. They also do all the tap infrastructure is there now. A lot of places are doing app-based payments, so like I think they call it PayPay. I don't use that obviously, but yeah, they really had to modernize for the Olympics, and they're sticking to it. The Japanese finally figured out, like, cash is not actually that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's gonna, especially in the countryside, I'm sure there's still places that are very, like, cash only, but yeah, it's been a win.
So inside Sukiya now, they really updated it, so you can see multiple language options. You can basically set up to eat here or to go. I'm actually going to do to go. But yeah, that's just the inside of what a Sukiya looks like currently.
So I got my food to go, so I'll show it to you guys in a bit when I get back to the hotel. I kind of regretted that. I thought about just staying in there and eating it, but whatever. I'm going to pop into a Family Mart here, get a little dessert. By the way, if you ever are in that situation where you're like, I'm going to do takeaway, or if I'm going to eat inside, make that decision in advance for tax reasons. They charge different amounts based on that, and they really don't like it when you change your mind, so be sure. So that was kind of adorable. So I was filming that clip, right? And I was in the, I was looking at the Family Mart. And this is kind of a perfect opportunity to talk about how, to be frank, Japan's kind of changed in the last couple of years. Very notably, English proficiency, or at least, let's say, English confidence. Historically, at least since post-World War II, Japan has been much better at being capable of speaking English for obvious historical reasons. You know, the United States was here, it still has bases here to this day, it's tried to integrate more and more with the West, etc. However, I haven't been here in a year and a half, but every time I was here, you would find Japanese who could speak English, but they really didn't want to do it, because the number one thing with Japanese society is not to embarrass yourself or embarrass others, and when you don't speak a language confidently, that's considered embarrassment. So typically, they can understand it better and kind of act like they don't, which is fine. I don't need to make massive communications, but things have changed a bit in the last few years. Like, I've noticed way more Japanese, they don't really seem to care about the quote-unquote embarrassment element of it anymore. They're willing to try and speak English even if their accent is bad, and they appreciate that you're trying to speak Japanese, and it's more like, let's just try this. And I attribute this to a whole lot of different factors. But yeah, especially because the US and Japan, especially in the last couple of years, have really tied links. But the reason I bring all this up is I filmed that clip in front of the Family Mart. As soon as I was done with that, this guy walks out of the store and he goes, "Are you a YouTuber?" In, like, you know, broken English. And I was like, "Oh no, did I do something wrong? Like, am I in trouble here?" The guy was like super excited. He's like, "Oh, I'm a YouTuber as well." And he was like showing me his videos. He was all excited. He subscribed to my channel. I subscribed to his. It's just, that's cool, man. I just want to add one other point to that whole concept. You will notice when you're here that
There's a lot of Koreans in particular, but people from other countries within the Asian region who are speaking English. And there's a reason for that, because in this part of the world, English tends to be everybody's second language. So, say when someone from South Korea goes to Japan, if they don't speak Japanese, but both sides kind of speak English, guess what they're speaking? So it can throw you off sometimes, but it's actually very cool. It makes life a lot easier when you're a Baka Gaijin and you don't know anything else other than English. By the way, that's really cool. Dinner is served. So basically this is just like mixed beef and pork. There's rice at the bottom, green onions, regular onions, and yes, it does come with a raw egg, which I already cracked and tossed in there. You basically think of eggs as a sauce here. I know that sounds really weird, but they are. Japan has very high quality standards on their eggs, so you don't think of them as like raw eggs as gross, because trust me, they're actually pretty good. For dessert, we have a couple of options. This is some sort of crepe whipped cream thing, and this is a banana chocolate crepe thing. I like the way the Japanese do crepes, so it's kind of what I favor.
And that'll do for part 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys could do me a favor, please stay tuned to the next episode in which we continue our adventures. We are going to teach you a bunch of Japanese phrases, specifically on how to discard of really disgusting food items, but we'll get to that soon enough. But thank you so much in the meantime. If you guys could like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, as well as check out all my social media stuff in the description. I've got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Spreadshirt, etc. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.